Hi everybody, it's Kim from Expressions of the Universe with your weekly wisdom for the first week of July and pretty much the energy forecast for July of 2018. And I do have some cards for you this week, pulling from the Wisdom Oracle deck of Colette Baron Reed. Just because I want to try and keep things as upbeat and positive as possible. The weekly wisdom is delayed because I really just haven't been energetically in the best place. This Mars retrograde, on top of all of the other retrograde planets, is really kicking my butt. And I didn't think I'd be affected because I'm aware of the energy that is occurring, that I didn't think that that would happen. And there's been a lot of challenges and obstacles thrown my way since Memorial Day. So I've been picking up on that collective energy for a while now. And I am really trying not to take it personally, but a lot of things I feel like are directed at me. Then I come to find out that a lot of astrologers and psychics and spiritual leaders are all feeling the same energy. They're all talking about it. And I'm hearing from people in the community and viewers like you that everybody is feeling this really heavy, crazy energy. So I felt that it was best for me to just step away for a little bit and get good with myself and get, in a really good head and heart space before I give any other wisdom out to anybody else. I'm feeling really good today, feeling very positive because I've taken the time for myself. And I've also gotten some great wisdom of my own. And that's the key, is that we need to stick together, we need to be one, and we need to stay in communication with like-minded people because this is really a rough time energetically. So I want to do the cards, and then I'm going to speak about the whole entire month of July, just energetically. Is it from the planets? It could be, but I think there's a lot going on right now, and I do want to speak to that, but let's get to the cards. So I'm not pulling from the black bag this week. I chose the angel cards because right now I need the angels more than ever. I think we all do. We need their love and we need their guidance. We need the guidance from our spirit guides more than ever right now. And patience has come up for all of us for the month of July. And this is going to be especially important because, we are in a multi-planet retrograde. It's just, the energies are very dense, they're very heavy, they're negative. With Mars being retrograde, it is anger and behavior and ego and really trying to think about how we will react to everything that's going on around us. So patience is the key. You can pause your screen right now and read this card. But let me just real quick read this for you. And it says, trust the higher forces of life to know what is best for you. And remember that when you are asked to wait, you are being prepared for something even better than you expected. So change your attitude to one of acceptance. Relax and take stock. Ask your angel to unfold you during this waiting period so that you can listen to the promptings of the divine. Do not rush off on some wild goose chase of your lower will. That would be the ego. When the time is right and you are ready and refreshed, the next door will open. Patience is always rewarded. And the affirmation is, all things happen at the perfect time. So that's a great message for the collective, the overall. See, even my baby Oi is agreeing with that. So let's get started. Now, I know that I'm doing this recording on the 4th of July. Happy birthday, America. It's really crazy. So, America is a 13-degree Cancer, and that is about the love and the belief and finding out where you belong and declaring that space of independence, that freedom that you're so seeking. And I think that that really comes back to all of us on this day. Um, Typically, these would be the cards for the week, but I think this energy is really great for the month. And I'm probably just going to read right from the book because the meanings are telling a story. They're so poignant right now that I don't want to screw up with my own dialect. Or you know what, maybe I just can, so that we can get through this, and then I'll do the July energy. So the first card that came up is mending. And what I'm feeling about this is a lot of us are brokenhearted right now. A lot of us are very discouraged at this moment. um, are We're very confused and heartbroken. I know that there's been a lot of loss everywhere. I see it around me. Things are unexpected. And this is broken relationships, loss of our closest friends and allies and family members and loved ones, whether it be a loss through, someone leaving or someone passing. This is the general overall theme for this month. And this is saying, take that time and space to mend your heart, get good with your head, and everything will work out new in the end. And I keep thinking about that card that came up right before all of this started to occur, right before the Mars retrograde transit, and it was new life. And that was the promise that we were getting for the end of this transit, for the end of the month of like July, August, is that we would come out on the other side with a new set of, a new perspective, a new job, a new life, a new house, something, a new car, something new would be coming into our lives. Just having a new perspective on things is a huge shift for us. This has been a really difficult year for all of us. I hear it from all of you viewers. I hear it from the people that I am involved with on a daily basis. I know it myself. So I thought that I'd be exempt, and I'm not. Anyway, the next card in our story is poised. And poised says to me it's time for us to prepare and get ready for this next phase in our lives. And just get yourself set up into a position of being poised. This is also talking about the behavior in which you will conduct yourself during this transit. And sometimes it takes us taking a step back and really looking at the big picture of all the players in our lives and the energy that's going on, and maybe just not even doing anything about it and just sitting back and observing and getting yourself ready and in a position of preparedness for that new life. And you'll see in a second when I show you the last card. So between worlds, and it's in a reversed or a protective position, is saying, we are in the middle of a transition. We're in the middle of big changes. We're in the middle of having ourselves grounded here on earth and also staying spiritual on the other side. It's like having one foot here and one foot there. If you're too grounded, then you're not getting messages from spirit. If you're too in your, ethereal head or, connected to spirit, then you're not staying, grounded and being realistic here on earth. I will do these cards in the coming days so that it gives you the full meaning, and you'll know exactly what that whole energy is. And then finally, and I really feel that this is coming in towards the end of this transit, definitely after the solar and lunar eclipses in the month of July. Don't forget, Mercury retrograde is coming towards the end of July, but I really feel that this card goes with new life, and it comes in at the end of August, beginning of September, once the summer here is ending, or once your winter in the southern hemisphere is ending, and it's regeneration. So after all of these changes and transformation, the challenges, the obstacles that are going on, this is a sign of new life as well. Things are going to bloom again. Things are going to regenerate. This is a rebirth if you take the given advice, if you go with the flow and not fight against the energy that's going on right now. This is really about taking this whole entire summer, if you're in the northern hemisphere, or this whole entire winter. This is really more like a winter card. So when you go in and you hibernate and everything in the winter dies, and then spring comes around and the trees and the flowers start blooming again, it's kind of like that. So we're going to go through this, total transformation time, and change and challenges and obstacles. And what are you going to do with these things that are happening around you? And that's why I want to talk about the energy. But just know that when we come out of it on the other side, if you have followed the advice that I will be giving, the advice that I know a lot of other astrologers and psychics and spiritual leaders are giving at this time, if you do that and you stay in your own space and you hold space for something good to happen, you will regenerate and you will have a rebirth. New things will be coming to all of us. So let me take this moment to put on my glasses. I did take a lot of notes. I channeled through some messages over the course of the week. I mean, I had a lot of information coming through. I will be writing a blog about the different energies, and I'll pair that up with this video. But the messages, oh, did you see that blue jay flying in the background? One thing I love about this place, I've got tons of trees around here, and they're just filled with birds. I pay attention to the totems. So when all this energy started shifting for me, I mean, I'm always paying attention, but I noticed at the end of May, right after I finished my kitchen renovation, different strange totems and signs started showing up. If you remember, I had that fox showing up that really did teach me and told me to be very leery, be careful, because there's a trickster in my midst. Lately, the beetle has been showing up, and then when I looked at the astrological calendar right before recording this on the Cancer July page, there's a scarab beetle. And I was thinking about that movie Practical Magic last night, with these beetle totems showing up, and you could see that in my blog. I wrote about that yesterday. I thought about the movie Practical Magic and how this scarab beetle would come in. It was tied to ancestral lineage and karma, and how it had to play out through the lineage. This time right now is also about cleaning up a lot of karma, a lot of negative energies that are going on. And so I have to ask myself, like, well, what kind of bad karma do I have? But this could be ancestral. This could be something that happened in my lineage, and now I'm having to clear up and wash away. So the energy of this month is really about power and vulnerability. There's a huge shakedown in the collective. It's in us and it's around us. Everything is moving so super fast. I looked back at the last time we had a Mars retrograde And I looked at the videos that I recorded during that time, and I was really upbeat. Like, yes, I knew that there would be a slowdown. I knew that there was a lot of egotistical energy, but the videos that I recorded April of 2016 through the end of June 2016, you could go back and look at them, are completely different energy than what's going on right now. Like this, I've never felt this way before. Like I said, I thought I would be immune because I was aware, and that's really just not even the case. But everything is moving so super fast. Even, looking back over the past couple of years, things have not been moving this fast. And the message that I got was, don't look outward for a slowdown. We have to go within and slow things down and stay within our own space. Now, if you're typically a very slow, meditative person, someone who is always very within, then maybe it's time for you to speed up. We have the polarities are extreme right now. So if you are, like I said, if you're typically a very slow and methodical and meditative type of person, now's the time for you to step up and take action. Now, if you're somebody like me who is just like constantly on the go, fast, 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 like, I mean, I don't stop. Oh, of course. So now we have the lawn mowing. I'm going to pause this and come back. All right, where did I leave off? So there is still some yard work going on at my neighbors' homes, but I want to get through this. It's been up to 109 degrees here, and I have to do my own yard work before the full sun comes out. So I was talking about looking within and slowing down. Those that are typically at a slower pace in life, it's time for you to speed up. For those of us who are always on the go, it's time to really slow down and go within and contemplate on what's going on around us and within us so that we don't overreact. We have a lot of sensitive souls on this planet right now. The collective is just in chaos. The reverse polarities of our behavior. We're balancing out power right now. What I've noticed a lot is a lot of bullying, a lot of passive aggressive behavior, people posting, crazy stuff on Facebook in a passive aggressive type of way. I'm staying off social media. I have to do it for my own good. Of course, I'm going to do expressions, limited, because I really need to take a lot of time for myself. This is all about soul searching and soul nurturing. Do whatever it takes. Last weekend I went to the beach. I'm going to try and get down there again this weekend. It's only about an hour drive from where I live, so I'm really fortunate in that respect. And I just need that time, even if I only just go for a couple of hours. Also, spending time with people so that we could talk about these things. Pay attention to the animal totems. People are having really crazy dreams. I've been having nightmares. I haven't had nightmares in quite a while, but that's really a good sign because that's our body and our subconscious processing everything that's going on around us. But I'm hearing from so many people about how crazy their dreams are. Go online, Google the meanings, and then really sit with it. My nightmares have been extremely revealing, and I could see how they're playing out in real life. This energy is so dense and heavy that I'm predicting a lot of deaths and a lot of suicides, especially with the solar eclipse occurring 1 week from tomorrow on July 12th with the new moon in Cancer. Cancer is ruled by the moon. It's about the tides, the ebbs and the flows of our emotions. We're getting this boost from the sun, that solar shot. So do whatever you can to get into a better positive frame of mind over the next week, because if you're going into this eclipse in a negative state of mind, it could only cause a downward spiral and drag you down even deeper. That's where my fear between that solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse on the 27th with the full moon, it could cause a lot of losses in self-inflicted violence, through suicide. I do pick up a lot of violent energies going on. So your best bet is just to stay out of that energy. If you have to pull yourself up in your house or go to the beach or the lake, or, really just connect with the earth, connect with yourself during this time. If you are in a negative frame of mind, you are in a downward spiral, please seek help. Reach out to somebody that can listen and even just be there and be a friend for you. This time is extremely vital because a lot of fears and anxieties and nervous energy is bubbling up within all of us. So, you feel that these things are going on within you, the challenges, the obstacles. Know that it's happening to everybody. And we pick up on each other's energy. So it's so important for us to stay as positive as we can, keep ourselves busy if we have to, so that we're not putting out even more negative energy out into the collective, because we're all absorbing each other's energy. This is an invitation to be still during this summer. I know, people like to get out and have fun, and that's good, because having fun is a vibration booster. But this is also a time, an invitation to be very still, wherever or whoever we are not in alignment with during this energy. Whatever's not working in our life will be screaming at us. So really pay attention to what's going on around you. Who are the people in your life that are just giving you the hardest time, whether it's mentally or spiritually? Those are the people that the universe is saying, or the situations that you need to exit from. You need to get away from. Like, that time is over and done with. So it's going to be coming through loud and clear for all of us. Where you don't belong, the people you don't belong with, they will be like a thorn in your side, just screaming in, with that painful feeling that you need to get away. And that is your sign. So pay attention. Our pace is slowing down. Our presence needs to be ever more aware in this slowness, in this stillness, for oneness, that we can come together in peace. We're growing as a collective. We're growing as individuals. It's time for us to step back and observe rather than to act at this moment. We can act when this transit is over at the end of the summer. We're resetting ourselves to be a greater benefit to the whole, the greater good. So by you taking these breaks, by me taking these breaks, I'm resetting myself to be of more benefit to all of you. If I'm in a chaotic state of mind, if I have a lot of things going on around me and I'm not staying centered, although right now I'm just feeling extremely zen, I can't give wisdom out to anybody. I think that would be doing a disservice. So it's better for me to take these little breaks and step away so that I can come back with the wisdom. Take this time for me to observe and see what's going on around, and then report it back to all of you. So I think it's important for all of us to do that. If you're not a sensitive person, like I am, or like a lot of us are, then maybe this is the time for you to act and step into a place of helping others. But I will say this, is that I had an epiphany this week, and it was brought to me by my college intern. And he runs a business. It's eluding me right now. Hold on a second. I will be right back. Sorry about that. His business is called All Day Fitness USA, and he runs that with his brother. They're two really great young kids, professional bodybuilders. Although he works for me in the finance industry right now, but he does this on the side, and so his is primarily a body, mind, spirit connection, where my business is a spirit, mind and body connection. It's kind of all the same. Anyway, he's extremely wise beyond his years, and he uh, spoke to me because he sees a lot of the things that are going on around me. And so during my day job, I am a quality control auditor in the finance industry, and it's about keeping compliance with federal laws and making sure that things in the finance industry are being done with integrity, they're being done properly, they're following the rules and regulations. And it drives me crazy because I see people not doing things correctly or breaking laws all the time, every single day. And it's only my job to report what I see to executive management, and it's not my job to fix anything or make people accountable for it. And he said, well, it's kind of like that, with your business, because I was speaking to how I coach and advise a lot of people, especially through my readings, and then they don't take my advice and then come back to me asking me the same questions, or I still see that they're in that energy that I'm trying to pull them out of. And he said, it's your job, not only here during the day, but in your business, to just make people aware of what's going on, and it's not your job to fix anybody or anything. You're just here to make them aware. And I was like, holy crap, like ding, 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 a light bulb went off. And so thank you, Zach, for pointing that out to me. And it totally made sense, because we are here to be the change. We're here to show the world through our examples that we're setting a peaceful way of life, a good way of life, a happy way of life, and how to be joyful. We're not here to save anybody else. That's up to all of you to do that work on yourself and to save yourself. So I have to just remind myself of that every single day, especially during my day job, like when things drive me crazy and I see things happening over and over again. It's only my job to make people aware, and for me to be in my integrity and be my authentic self. And sometimes I do have to take a step back because my ego wants to step up and like rage and roar, and I just have to take a deep breath and walk away from a lot of situations, a lot of people, and it's difficult. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's all about how I'm feeling, and if I'm not feeling good, then I'm going to project that onto everybody else, and I don't want to do that. I did talk briefly in my seashore video about how a lot of us are repressing. We have repressed anger, we have repressed sadness and heartbreak for so long, and we project that out onto other people. And so if you catch yourself doing that, if you're at least aware enough that we all do that. We all do. There's not one person that does that. Maybe the Dalai Lama, or some total Zen masters, but we're all in this learning process together. I just want to leave you with that we need to hold space for something greater to come, for that peace. Ask for help if you need it, and we'll get through this all together, won't we? I want to thank you for watching. As always, I love all of you. I appreciate all of you. And if you have any questions or comments for me, please leave them. Like if you're having a hard time right now, let's try and get through this together. And I'll be sure to help you. Or maybe one of the other viewers can chime in and they can give some good sage advice. Until next time, peace and blessings. I love all of you. Thank you again for watching, and happy July.